about you when no, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, mayday. Bubbles and these models are it's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down.
Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall.
I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Shorty ought to be my, me, ooh, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never, I left, yeah.
Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation.
Head coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the New York Jets. The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll run with a rookie. It's Boston Scott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. David Emerson able to bring him down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Darnold. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're running a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Leopard!
On first down, Scott. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 31 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. That's complete over the middle to Stewart. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. From the 5-yard line, with this opening drive yield 6. This is 3rd and goal. Darnold now to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. Buster Screen is able to bring him down. The Jets and Browns, 2 cellar dwellers from a year ago, and they did meet in that season, Week 5 in Cleveland. Myles Garrett, it was his NFL debut. He got 2 sacks, but it was former Brown Josh McCown throwing 2 second-half touchdown passes to lead the Jets to the victory.
And every time I hear about the Jets and Browns playing, you know what I think about? The first ever Monday Night Football game. The Jets at the Browns. Cleveland won. I believe it was 1970.
It was indeed. I just happen to have the note here. I don't know this off the top of my head, but September 21st, 1970. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Throwing, Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Darnold on 1st down. Airing one deep for Curse. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jermaine Kearse, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Back 99, Philly, here we go.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And again, it's Mayfield. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jeremiah Tauchu. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mayfield. There it goes inside the 30. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And finally marked down at the 23. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the 2nd round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Mayfield now on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, It's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Mayfield looks to throw. Escaping the pressure, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
They'll run on first down. Scott, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Darnold now on second down. Forced out to his left. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go #1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to #3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great situation. He gets to go to New York with a rebuilding team, take over the job right then and there. And while many were expecting Broadway Baker Mayfield, instead, they got sudden Sam Darnold, and I think the Jets fans are going to be very happy to have him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Darnold. Throw left side is taken in by Stewart. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Darnold found his target. It's Anderson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit, Detroit.
They go play action here on first down. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes our score 17-0. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Now it's Hyde on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. The #1 pick a season ago, proving his worth.
7 sacks in 11 games as a rookie. Didn't play the full year due to some injuries, but he's going to be the face of the franchise on the defensive side of the ball. Myles Garrett, he fills up your screen when he's rushing the passer.
Now it's Darnold. His throw caught right around the 6. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Scott. Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green!
Mayfield on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jeremiah Tauchu in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Detroit! 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 Over!
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. first down. Scott, and some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Boston Scott with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. They'll run on first down. Scott, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think that they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
That's caught at the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
On first down, Scott. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Boston Scott with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second down, Mayfield. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. A first down throw for Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Darren Lee picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Landry, the intended target. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll run on first down. Scott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
On second down, Darnold. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
And he's out of bounds up past the 15-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and 10.
Let's go. 56. Green, 39.
To throw, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Fielded at the 43. And now he spins free. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15.
Hey. 4 down.
On first down, Scott, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Let's go, D.
On 2nd down, Scott, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Darnold on 3rd down. Touchdown, New York Jets.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that will extend this big lead. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 39 that time. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Mayfield now. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Now Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Let's not forget, a year ago, this was a last-place team in their division in the National Football League. How quickly the fortunes can turn.
And somewhere, there's a former commissioner smiling down and looking because parity is something he was looking for in this league, and it plays itself out year after year. Last to first is not something that's uncommon in the NFL.
Yeah, a season ago, they didn't have one performance like this, but they put it all together in this ball game. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet.
And that's caught inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And his throw is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Faking the give, Darnold. Airing one deep for Curse. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Nearly a huge return. As it is, still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Hey, 4 down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jeremiah Tauchu bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Detroit!
Mayfield looks to throw. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jeremiah Tauchu in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out now come the Jets. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 22-yard line. They'll try the left side. Scott. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Now it's Hyde on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll return it from the 6. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. New York set to take the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Christian Kirksey in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Watch it now, Barney.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.